Hi again. Going to do chapter 10 summary now. I ruin a perfectly good bus. I know at the start of the book, when I was talking with you guys, I mentioned that the titles of the chapters indicate that something is going to happen in the chapter, and it's usually towards the end. So I ruin a perfectly good bus most likely mean that they will ruin a perfectly good bus. Okay, so Percy and Annabeth and Grover, they're getting ready to leave on their quest. They're packing their things. Percy doesn't have that much, but they were given $100 in American money, 20 drachmas in Greek money, a canteen of nectar, and a Ziploc full of ambrosia squares. So that's what they get to take with them. Annabeth took some things with her as well, but most importantly, she took that Yankees invisibility hat, which I'm sure is going to be very important. We're also introduced to another person in Camp Half-Blood, and that person is the head of security named Argus. Now, if you're interested in Greek mythology, I would look up and see who this Argus fellow is and why he would be an extremely good security person. So, they're getting ready to go. They're given some presents or things to assist in their quest. And strangely enough, Luke gives Percy a present. Present seems kind of strange, but they're flying shoes. And if you put them on and you say Maya, you will fly around. Now Percy looks a little confused as to why he would be given a present like that. Excuse me, but Luke, I think, is just being nice to Percy. So before Percy goes, he looks at Chiron and goes, I really can't use these things, can I? And Chiron shakes his head and says, no, you better avoid the air in the sky. And if you think what reason Percy should avoid being in the air or the sky is that Zeus is in charge of that area. And I'm sure if Percy tried to get in the air, he would be shot down. So Grover takes him instead, and he just loves him. Chiron, before he goes, gives him a pen, and Percy's like, thanks for a big pen. And it turns out it's the sword from Chiron given to Percy from his dad. And the sword, it's got a tough name in Greek, is called Anaklusmos, or Riptide in ancient Greece. So it's probably easier just to say Riptide. Anaklusmos is quite a mouthful. A few other things we find out in the chapter is something called the mist. And the mist is there to mess with the humans. So magical mist will be given or somehow shared with humans so that whatever they see that the gods are doing just looks like something normal and not strangely and magical. Okie dokie. And starting in the end of chapter 8, 9, and now 10, Annabeth's been quite strange towards Percy, and it all stems that Percy's Poseidon's son and Annabeth is Athena's son. And they've had a quarrel, and a couple of the reasons they don't like it is one time Athena caught Poseidon with his girlfriend in Athena's temple, and that's highly disrespectful. Another time, Athena and Poseidon competed to be the patron god of the city of Athens. Your dad created some stupid saltwater spring for his gift. Mom created the olive tree. They saw her gift as better, and they named the city after her. So that must be some good reasons why they don't like each other. They finally make it to New York. They're going to be catching a bus, and Argus gives them bus tickets. Okay, so the bus tickets to take them from New York, all the way across the country to Los Angeles. And I gave you the map to label, and hopefully you guys can get to that. That's just going to help you see the story as it progresses and what places that Percy, Annabeth, and Grover will be going to. And we get something on Smelly Gabe, and this is interesting because Grover said, your mom married Gabe for you, Smelly Gabe. You call him Smelly, but you've got no idea. The guy has this aura. Yuck, I can smell him from here. I can smell traces of him on you, and you haven't even been near him for weeks. So basically that smell, so your stepfather's smell is so repulsively human, he could mask the presence of any demigod. And as soon as I took a whiff of his Camaro, I knew Gabe had been covering your scent for years. So Gabe was inadvertently protecting Percy, and that's why, I guess he's called Smelly Gabe. So they're riding the bus, and all of a sudden Miss Dodds appears, and the Furies. So they're coming, they're looking for Percy. He uses Annabeth's invisibility hat. He's trying to leave, and then all of a sudden a big, huge fight ensues. All of a sudden, at the end of it, the bus blows up. The Furies are gone, but also gone are all their bags which were left in the bus, meaning their bus tickets. So that was the end of chapter 10. And if you're interested, I would search Greyhound bus for the States or Amtrak, that's a train in the States, and just see how much it would cost to go for 3 people around age 12 from New York to LA and also back again. So a round trip, how much would that cost? And knowing that they only have $100 and 20 drachmas, is that going to work? And right now they have to make it back to New York by the summer solstice, which they have about 11 days to get there. Okay, so I guess that's it for this chapter, and wait for chapter 11 summary, which will be coming out soon. Okay, thank you.